Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Legends of Arcadia with Death. Before us is Ujin, the warrior who showed up out of the plain to conquer the great city by the sea. And his enemy is Izual, Angel of Death. Both fight on behalf of Varasi, their chosen patron. You can see that Ujin carries an amulet of hers around his neck. It hangs outside of his leather armor. He swings his Kolpesh around a few times, demonstrating his specialization with it and his one-handed weapon fighting style proficiency.
This could be tough.
Could be quite tough, really. I think he's a higher level than you.
I'm only level 2, so probably
Yes.
2/2.
Ujin calls out, "Who before me would meet their demise?"
I, walking from the horses, shield strapped, short spear now in hand, I approach the bridge. I am Izual, Angel of Death. The wild riders have summoned me and cast me upon you. Ujin, bringer of death. Varasi has come to collect payment from you for the boon she gave you so long ago.
I shall give her your heart, your tongue, and your eyes, and she will be happy.
She would.
All right, let's roll initiative. He is wielding a Kopesh, which has a 2d4 damage, according to the player's handbook. And
Ultra sword.
Weapon speed 9. Oh my god. It's awkward to wield. He rolls a 19 for initiative.
An 11. Can I read what he's doing? I guess he about to charge me?
Nope. He's whipping his sword back and forth. He's going to approach the bridge, it looks like, at a nice click, and just meet you blade to spear.
His blade will meet my shield. All right. We don't really get to test out the full extent of Smite because the AoE doesn't matter. But I'll go ahead and expend these spell slots to get a +1 to hit and damage.
Excellent.
As I close and thrust with the full might of Varasi. I approach him, stabbing with my spear.
12 total. He
Missing.
uses the curved edge of his blade to hook your spear and knock it away from you.
Is it a defensive disarm?
He's not disarming. It's just a thematic block.
Like for his block. Okay.
Yeah.
But the burst of divine energy should deal 1 point of damage, even on a miss.
Okay. And I will roll
but
for his HP. Ooh, that is kind of a shitty HP roll.
well, we're even.
Okay. 1 point of damage. And Ujin will bring his Kopesh to bear against you, sweeping up towards the middle section of your legs, trying to hook your crotch and rip it open with a modified 13 to hit.
Yeah, not even close.
Is your total AC
17 with the shield.
tough? Okay.
We roll initiative again.
We do.
I don't even think he can roll any. Or...
Another 19 for Ujin.
I will expend my second first level spell slot to smite him in the name of death. I guess I don't have to spam that every time. Attack roll, is a miss, but another burst of 1 damage.
Okay. What does the 1 damage come in the form of? Is it just like radiant light, or is it explosive concussive blast from the ground, like sending shrapnel into people?
I mean, I think it's like divine, it's like be radiant damage or divine damage or something. But I'm imagining that the spell, like you thrust, and then there's like a shockwave, some sort of like bursting spell effect. Like it looks.
It is concussive damage coming from the point. Excellent.
Bursting outwards. This would do damage to someone standing right behind him or adjacent to him. There just happens to be no one.
He weathers the blast, and before making his attack, says, "You truly serve our goddess. Why not join with me? Be my assistant. Be my right-hand man. Let us take over the step together." And then makes his attack anyway. With
2 attacks.
2 attacks. 17 to hit.
That will just hit.
And his 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, this is not going to last.
Uh, 4 and 1 and 2 is 7 damage as he hooks your shoulder and rips your flesh. Giving you a chance to join his side now.
Yeah.
He has
Does he make
asserted
his
his
second
dominance.
attack?
Yeah, but wait until after you give some sort of symbol, or a few moments pass if you're going to accept him.
I say I am not a man. I do not have much, and I have no choice here. He can't see my eyes because I'm wearing this mask, but I look to his holy symbol, almost pleading. Like I wish that he could pray to Verasi to unbind me from this quest that I've been tasked with. But I think unless he were to exert some show that he's a more powerful cleric than the shaman behind me, I feel bound to fulfill what I was summoned for.
Summon demon. Summon angel. Summon angel. 3 and 4 is a 7. His JacobH sword wishes out towards you, clearing the air before you, but doing no damage. Oh my god, a third 19 in a row. What are the chances?
Okay. Well, I am no man as I pray to Martha, begging forgiveness for what I am about to do, and he sees me bathed in healing light.
Oh. Does not bode well for Ujin. He is the chosen creature of Verasi here. He is the Bloodbringer, and yet here you are, smiting at him, healing the wounds that he has dealt to you. This does not look good for him. Begins to question whether or not Verasi is on his side, but he's still got a crap ton of HP, so he's ready to keep fighting. With a slash at you, 3 and 4 is 7 again.
All right, next round.
Another 19.
Yeah, I do not know what sort of deal he made with Verasi when he came here, but my guess was that he offered her something, and the impression I was trying to give was that this is his turn to pay up. Perhaps with my life, perhaps with his. A miss. Whiff.
You whiff. He slashes 9 and 4 is 13 against you,
Nope.
catching your shield, drawing sparks. Second
He gets
attack.
a second attack.
16 and 4 is 20.
That does it.
He will catch you for 1 and 2 is 5. Hooking you with his blade. You may be able to channel her divine majesty, but I am the bringer of blood. I am the conqueror of Okeanos. I am Ujin, the great, the mighty, powerful.
These asshats that summoned me really just watching this battle of the Clash of Titans.
They cast, summon monster or whatever, and they're sending off their monster to do their bidding.
Yeah. All right,
You are expendable in their eyes.
Ooh, and I'm slow.
We get
Is he
a
slower, or does
5
he
and 9 is a 14.
All right. I need a crit, otherwise this is looking like a slow and miserable death. Nope. He's only got one attack this round.
13 to 10, 6, no, 5, 5. Your initiative, your attack rolls are terrible. Ujin whips out with an 11 and 4 is a 15 at you, once again battering your shield.
Off my shield. Come on. All right, I don't think you can get slower than an 8.
He literally has a minimum of 10, which he rolls right now.
Finally.
Both of you stand
It's not
at
a
the
crit,
bridge.
but it's finally a hit.
Yes, your spear catches him as he tries to knock it to the side and move, avoiding the blow. You
5
rip
points
him
of
across
damage.
an unexposed section of his side. An exposed section of his side for 5. Alright.
You cannot
Ujin
kill death.
will riposte with a 9 and an 11 back to back,
Okay.
clattering at you from the left, attacking you from the right,
Plus the-
making.
Plus 4, right? So 15.
Those are after the 4s.
Okay.
It was a 5 and a 6. So that's a 9 and a 10.
Okay.
Not a 9 and 11. He rolls a 2.
There's the crit.
2 and 9 is 11 on
cannot-
initiative.
You cannot kill death. That clears by 5, I believe.
Yes.
Yep.
He's got
Right, he's got leather plus 1.
+1 from fighting style is a AC 14.
Boom. Boom. 7 points of damage. So I think I've done a total of 14.
That will bring him down to about 1/4 HP. Now you're both within one-shot range, as I understand it. I think you actually both have identical HPs remaining. Ujin is going to...
What is this holy symbol made out of?
It looks like it's a bit of obsidian for the downward-facing V, but again, it's like just in the full form of an arrowhead that has a section of shaft attached to it and has been dipped in blood somewhat. So the blood is like dried and it has like a greenish hue to it instead of the reddish hue that might be preferred. That kind of just dangles and flops as he whirls his sword back and forth.
Yeah, he's not making any prayers to Varasi.
No, he prays through his strength and through the blood that flows on the field of battle. His prayers are his sword strikes. I think we're gonna go for an offensive disarm. So he'll roll initiative, get a 12.
He just trying to throw this. It's his turn.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
turn.
so he can make his offensive disarm. I think he's only got 1 attack this round, right?
Yeah, he made 2 last.
Why would he disarm? Because Neal wants to give me a chance.
Well, I can't find my combat and tactics, so he's just gonna make a regular attack.
What? I mean, he makes an attack roll, but...
It's somewhere in the books. 12 and 4 is 16.
No.
Close to your shield, or close to your body, like maybe the curved edge hitting the top of the shield, the very end of the thing, scratching across your faceplate, giving your bronze mask a score.
All right.
You beat his initiative, no problem.
15 will do it.
It'll do.
Oh, come on.
Bring Ujin to 1 hit point. Do you have any words for the man before his last attacks of desperation? Okay.
One cannot escape death.
One cannot.
It's one attack. Well, I guess both.
2 this round. Yeah. The first lashes out towards your feet, trying to catch you and pull you off guard and throw you to the ground. With a 5 and 4 is 9. And the second attack is a whirling strike up and under towards your armpit. That nice unexposed section of flesh. Again, exposed section of flesh. I don't know why I keep saying unexposed. With another 5 and 9, or 5 and 4 is 9. And finally, he rolls a 12 on initiative. Possible.
Do you yield to death?
We will all die. You can never escape death.
12 is not going to do it.
Nope.
I was contemplating shield punching, but I don't think 2 attacks at -2, -4 is at all worthwhile.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess he's just gonna keep fighting. You're near this bridge, right? Where are we on the bridge? Are you actually on it?
I think we're on the bridge.
All right, Ujin is going to try something different. He's near death. His enemy is before him. The plan now is not to strike you or kill you or disarm you. It is to break the bridge at your feet, sending you into the pit as he backs up to the top of it, which will position him in a way where he'll have a bonus to hit you and you will have a penalty to hit him. So that's the goal. So he will take a quick step back and bring his Khopesh to the ground with a thundering attack against the boards.
What is the bridge made out of?
The bridge is made of wooden planks. He hits with a 15. The bridge, let's go to the DM screen.
Is that a natural 15?
No, it's a 11 and 4.
Okay, so not totally unreasonable. That wouldn't have hit me. Maybe you can break the boards.
Yeah. So, wooden board. The DMG has HP for a wooden chair, a thick door, a medium door, a pole, and a table.
I feel like a door or a table seems comparable.
Okay. We'll do table HP, which is 10 to 20. Is that a D10 plus D11 plus 9?
No, D11 plus 9, or it could be 2D10. It's weird. What is this table called?
Item hit points.
I don't know. I think it's unlikely that he kills it outright, but maybe it has less than that. I mean, if he takes one board out, maybe it could force me to do something. Like what?
I will say
is a thin table.
Since these are individual boards, we'll say he strikes one board, and we'll just give each of the boards half the HP of the table. So I'm just going to do a D20, and I'll just redo anything below a 10, just as a a matter of course. All right, so one board, each of them has 8 HP or 9 HP.
Okay.
So he smashes the ground onto one board.
He could kill it with JacobH, but
4 and 3 and 2 is 9 points of damage.
So he breaks a board.
He breaks a single board as he steps back. Give me a dex check.
Dex check. He knows my weakness.
Oh
no, but I'm fast.
Okay.
I jump to the other, I step to the other side of the bridge.
This is now a narrow path that you are on. No room to step side by side,
teeter,
only front to front.
Not very gracefully.
I guess you pass your dex check. You can stay on the bridge and make your attack, but if it breaks again, you'll be in the pit. And initiative. He gets a 13.
We're still locked in melee range, correct?
Yeah. He's at the inside edge of the bridge. You are in the middle of the canyon, the middle of the pit, ditch.
I strike out, trying to press him back. 13 is not enough, right? He's got too much AC.
He's got 14 AC. He parries the blow, brings the spear down, shoves it back, creates just enough of an opening to make his attack against the bridge again. With a natural 16, should have struck at you, modified 20, 2d4 damage to the other board, which is 2 and 4, and 2 is 8, bringing the board to 1.
I think he's got an attack at the end of the round, right?
He does, yes. And with a grin, he goes to finish off the boards. 15 and 4, again, should have just struck at you, will sunder the board, sending you into the pit. Pit is maybe 4 feet deep.
I do get a dex check, right? To not fall in it, or do I?
Well, to land on your feet or to fall to your side. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think there's anywhere else to go.
Natural 20. Can I not spring back to the far side of the...
With a natural 20, you can spring back to the far side of the pit. Yes. The pit is maybe 8 feet wide, so he must have backed up to break it. You saw it coming, skirted back, and then jumped off. The pit is wide. He is wounded.
10. I hurl my spear at him.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Leaping back off the breaking boards, seeing the opening, spear lands just square in his chest, right in his heart.
Ujin topples backwards. Your riders whoop and holler in joy and dismount from their horses, move over to the pit, past you and into the town to sack it, to take it over. But what do you do?
I go and...
Joining them in the pillage?
I follow after them. So I go to collect my my belongings. The ogre spear that I left behind. The my horse with all of my stuff. And I think I just lead my horse in by the reins. Begrudgingly.
The ditch is made in such a way to make it very difficult to get a horse within the...
Okay, then I don't bother. I follow the aftermath of the wild riders through town.
The two bowmen have returned. They sit at range watching the battle. And they put their hands up in a, we will surrender. You are the owners of the city. We're just its guardians. We're willing to work for the next team.
Yeah.
And the wild riders will not accept, will pretend to accept their victory, their surrender, walking towards them with arms open and a brother sort of symbol. And then when coming within range, thrusting with spears and short swords, hit, miss, hit, crit, and begin to cut the archers to pieces.
Yeah, I think immediately after felling Ujin, Izual does fall to their knees. As the wild riders, right, they go galloping into town over the ditch, right? Was that what they did? They left the ditch?
They walked over left their horses and walked up, down and up the other side.
So they swarm past Izual. I do reach out in prayer to Varasi, I think, to see if I can feel a connection, right? Feeling it, I did what I was summoned for. Do I go back now? And I'm sort of waiting to get sucked back up or for wings to sprout or something. And I don't know. Is there any check should I roll a wisdom check to see if I make a connection, or a religion check?
Yeah, give me a religion check.
See if maybe so it's the first time I've made a religion check on this. Am I realizing that I wasn't actually summoned, that I had free will all along?
No, you were definitely absolutely summoned here, and
Okay.
she's pleased with your duties for having been, or acting as her avatar once again.
Yeah. And so here I am. They're like, I've done what you asked. Now get me back to the valley, back to my people.
So we will roll you some experience, and I think that will be augmented by your return to one of your makers, remembering what has happened to you, realizing that you are not a free spirit, that you are still bound to the divine in a way that you had forgotten and only now remember. So you have slain Ujin. Let's get some. Is this 7 1 attack per round? HP. So that is for Ujin. You also slew a couple of random horsemen. You fulfilled your mission to your summons has been completed. You got experience last time, right? We don't have to worry about.
I'm current on experience, just for this.
And then probably another. This, and divide by. Oh no, we don't divide by 2. Oh, but you will divide by 2 when you split between your classes. But you will get 3,300 for...
Nice. So 3,300. That will be divided by 2. So 1,650 for each class. Let's do warrior first. How many hit die worth of creatures do I get?
4, 5, 6.
So that's it? Wasn't Ujin like level 4 and then...
Ujin was level 4 and there were 2 other people that you fought.
Okay, sure. 6 times 20. All right, warrior 4, 4, 1, 1.
That will level your warrior.
Yep. And then cleric spells cast, further my ethos. I'll probably
3,
nix
4.
the healing, is probably doesn't count.
In combat, I think healing counts. Out of combat, not so much.
Okay, so then cause fear, 2 smites, cure light wounds, so that's 4
And,
times. Is it 50 or is it?
It's 50 for spell level. It's 100 if it's furthering the east, though. So I don't think any.
I don't know what of that is furthering.
I don't think
usually
anything's
my
furthering
ethos
east,
is like to be the savior of humanity and protector of the valley. But this was kind of like a forced quest for Verasi, so it almost seems like all this could be temporarily my ethos, but I'll just take 50. What about the wind columns? Does that seem reasonable?
Yes, the wind columns are reasonable as well.
Okay. Sprouting my angel wings. Okay, so those 6 level 1 spells. Cleric comes up to 4, 6, 1, 1. Which is level. So I'll be level 3 with both. None of them will be level 4, right? That sound right?
I think that sounds right.
4,000 is warrior level 2. Cleric is 1,500, 3,000, 6,000.
So you'll be level 3,
so
level 3.
D8 plus D10 divided by 2, right?
Very nice.
5.5, brings my max HP to 16.5. I get an additional +1 to hit.
Combat tab.
Yeah, why?
Far right.
Okay, from level is 1. Or sorry, now 2. Spells, I now have 1 second level spell. And I think 4 first level spells still. Are there new saves? Likely get new
Warriors will get new
proficiencies?
saves at 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Warrior new saves down the line would be 13, 15, 14, 16, 16.
Say that again. I don't think any of those are better than cleric level 1.
13, 15, 14, 16, 16.
Nope.
Nope.
None of those are better than clerics.
Okay. And clerics will get new saves at 4.
Okay.
So, as I understand it, Izual slays Ujin, crosses the barrier, looks up to his goddess in the sky, waiting for some sort of divine symbol, and new spells come to mind. And you remember the ability to recall your flaming sword. You remember how it is that you wielded your weapon of flame. You can look about to this town for a symbol of its power, and we'll spot all these brightly red-colored leaves and small berries and bushes that line the few dozen buildings here.
Yeah. Well, I'm not whisked away, but I will take up my spear, slowly pick my way across the ditch, and wade through the village. Finishing the wounded, delivering death upon them, and wading through these brilliant red bushes and flowers, picking and collecting them as I go. My mask is now, well, no, I'm still delivering death. So I harvest these bright red, the leaves and berries from this bright red plant, maybe plants in its entirety. And as I walk, I weave a garland, a laurel, although not of laurel, of sumac. A small halo to place atop my head. And yeah, maybe one last memory of wielding that flaming sword. And we'll see. Maybe next time I will summon it back. Am I ever transported back where I came from? Or do I have to walk on foot?
Well, you have a horse now.
Okay.
But it is a great distance away. And it will take you a great amount of time to navigate that direction. You'll probably have a few adventures on the sides, finding food, batting would-be raiders. But I think those are stories that we will not tell. And when we see Izual next, he will be rejoined with the rest of the party.
Let's see, proficiencies. Let's see, proficiency slots, warrior, number level 3-3. So I get a new weapon and a new non-weapon.
Let's see.
That new weapon slot will be me remembering how to wield my flame blade, fulfilling my expertise in scimitar.
Splendid.
And then the non-weapon will probably be a riding proficiency as I come riding back into the valley on a horse. Far cry from the wings that I used to have, but it'll have to do.
Well, here you are now. And I think we will be playing next week. I think there's more lag next. Yes.
Next Sunday?
Next Sunday.
The whole party.
The whole party. We should PM the whole party and remember that they'll be there. Make sure no one forgets about it. And that'll wrap us up for the Tale of Ujin. And I think between this week and next week, Greg and I are going to talk because he had some new character ideas that he wanted to try out. He might be continuing with Izual or June, or he might be doing something new. So Greg and I need a chat.
Not June, our champion.
Well, I liked
That's
we had talked earlier about doing like vignettes of the early days, and so I think having multiple characters or being able to bounce between various people would be a really fun way of going about this. So someone could, in theory, create a character for a story, and we could run with them, and then they could bounce back to another person, or we could cycle through. I don't think it needs to be the 5 same characters through and through. So if you ever have an idea for an interesting side story that you would like to do, and you want to make a character for, either as like a player character who will run through it, or as like an NPC who will help guide the other player characters on a specific quest, that sounds like fun. Want to branch out and start doing some like weird, unusual, non-standard D&D mechanics, tropes. Yes.
Some avant-garde Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, some avant-garde Dungeons and Dragons. Yes. Oh God, if only you had some sort of jazz instrument that you could play us out with. Perfect. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.